As you know, accountability coaching is a huge part of the health and fitness industry. And I'm here today to tell you that in most cases, it actually can end up doing more harm than good. Accountability is a tool, right? And it can be a very, very powerful tool. And I'm going to give you today 3 ways in which we're using accountability at O23 to have massive success, and also 3 ways in which I've made big mistakes prior in my career in the past that have really held my clients back. But first, let's talk about what usually happens in a coach-client relationship regarding accountability coaching, okay? So let's look at this graph here. Let's imagine that this blue line is one of your clients' progress, okay? Someone who's kind of stuck, kind of plateaued, just very flat, right? And if we don't make some changes, this is the projected outcome that they'll have. Just kind of staying where they are. Not bad, but not great either, okay? So this person decides that they want to get some help. You deliver some sort of accountability protocol, maybe a macronutrient prescription or something like that. What we normally will see is at first, you'll start to see, of course, some progress, right? They maybe are feeling better, they're looking better, they're losing weight, things like that. That's all great. But at some point, what tends to happen is those results slow down, the excitement wears off, and we now start to have another flat kind of plateauing, similar to what we had down here. Now, the thing with accountability is once that momentum fades, what usually happens? You probably know this. They may kind of putter a little bit, miss a day or two, maybe miss a week, and then next thing you know, it's a pretty rapid decline. Why? Because accountability is kind of an all-in or all-out thing. So all of a sudden, like, I'm out. It's over. I'm off the wagon, right? So we see this progress, then we usually start to plateau, maybe weeks, maybe months, but at some point, we start to crash. But the thing is, in a lot of cases, our clients will crash not back to where they started, but actually below where they started and end up in a worse place than they began, okay? And then what happens? Now mentally, emotionally, they feel stuck, they feel like they don't know what to do next, they've tried everything, and they're in a hole. From here, a number of things can happen. They could try again, go up. Now the dips and drops start to get bigger and bigger and bigger, and the mental, emotional side of it can start to be more and more stressful, okay? Now, so that's one side of it. The other side of it is that even when people have success, right, long-term success with an accountability coach, that they're following the prescription every day and they're getting results. The thing about this is that there's actually an inverse relationship between the results that they're getting, whether that's weight loss or dress sizes or whatever, and confidence in themselves to be able to do it on their own, okay? So I've worked with clients, and we've met clients in the past and heard a lot of stories of people who they've done well or were doing well with an accountability protocol, but saying things like, I'm just really afraid of what's going to happen when I don't have my coach anymore. Or I'm just scared of what's going to happen when this challenge is over. Or I don't know what I'm going to do when I don't have this, right? So, and the thing is, the better they get, the more weight they lose, the better they look in the mirror, the more afraid they are of what's going to happen when they don't have their coach. Okay, this is an inverse relationship, and that's why I put results in quotations, because they're not really that's not really the result we want. That's not really success if they're in that position, right? True success is a positive correlation between the results and the confidence, okay? The empowerment. What we want to do is we want to coach our clients not to need us anymore. We use accountability to kickstart that relationship and get them to a place where they say, I feel great, I can do this on my own, thank you for your help, but I'll see you later, okay? So that breaks that down for you. So the key here is that accountability is a short-term jump start towards a long-term transformation. It's the beginning stages. It's the first steps. And the three main reasons is, one, this helps people break through barriers that they may not be able to break through on their own. A few consistent weeks of doing things better, of living differently, of feeling better, so they can actually feel and experience the effects that this type of living has, that they might not ever actually get there on their own. And now the motivation changes, because they don't need as much accountability, because they actually feel good and want to continue. So it's to break through those barriers. The second part is to prove to themselves that it's possible, that they can do these things, that they can do better, and, like I said, that it's worth it. This feels good. This feels amazing. And it's proving to themselves. So they're going from this place of, they come to see a coach and they're like, I don't know, I know I can do better. I want to do better. I know I can do better. And this takes them from, I know I can do better, to, I'm doing better. I'm doing it. I can do this. And that shift, that mental emotional shift, is paramount. It's vital in the long-term transformation process. And the third most powerful thing about accountability is that it exposes weaknesses very quickly. So after a few weeks or a month of an accountability protocol, we can see, hey, this area is really easy. This is no big deal for me. But these areas, this is where I'm really struggling still. And as the relationship continues beyond that period, you as a coach know where to focus your time and attention more on these specific areas. Okay? Now, 3 ways where accountability can be really, really detrimental to the progress of a client, and then ultimately, obviously, the growth of your career, is 1, it can become a crutch, like we talked about here. They're up and down, and they think the only way they can have success is when they are in this kind of relationship. And I experienced this with nutrition challenges at my gym, and people feel like, when's the next challenge? I need it. They didn't feel like they could do it on their own. They needed this. The second part is that in many cases, even if a client is feeling really good, they've underestimated how much of these new changes have actually become habits. They say, this is great, I'm feeling good, just a few weeks and I'm off on my own. But a couple weeks later, they're back to where they started, because those new habits weren't fully formed yet. They hadn't truly healed the original problems and got to the root and made the full lifestyle transformation. And the third is that this is the opposite of empowerment, like I said. We want to empower our clients. We want to put them in the driver's seat, in full control of their health and their happiness. We want them to be independent, not building dependence on us to get them there. Okay? So, like I said, accountability can be a powerful tool in long-term transformation, or it can be something that hinders the progress of our clients and the growth of our career if not done properly. So as you can tell, accountability can be a really powerful tool when used properly, but it can really hinder the progress of our clients and our own career when used improperly. So if you're using accountability in your coaching, I just ask that you just be really honest with yourself. What are my clients getting out of this? Are we helping kickstart them towards long-term transformation, or are we building a dependency? And if you need help, you know where to go.